streaming on our Platinum Key Facebook page. All right, so welcome to everyone watching me today. This is your coach for now, Agent Nikki, and we are in the free 1 hour training from denied to approve your 90-day home ownership comeback. Your 90-day home ownership comeback. So I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing today. Thank you so much for taking the time to educate yourself. Educate yourself. I'm just checking who else is hopping on today. I see that we have another person. Let's see. Let's go ahead and welcome them. So, Jose, I see you there. You are welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of today's training. You are so welcome. We're about to get started. So, as I go, if my team is watching, someone jump onto this Zoom and make sure that as people come on, they are being taken care of. So if you can do that, that will help us a whole lot. All right, so we are getting together. We're getting straight into our presentation for today. I want to welcome everyone tuning in on social media. If you are on this webinar, I want you to know parts of this will be recorded. It's a webinar, so your face is not being seen, but I'm just letting you know that pieces of this content may be recorded and be used in further presentations. So this class is from denied to approve, your 90-day homeownership comeback. In 1 hour, we are going to cover the four pillars, the four things you have to do in order to get approved for a home loan, for a home mortgage. If you are here on the Zoom or you're watching me live and you have no clue who I am, who this lady that is here talking to you, my name is Nikki, and I have been a real estate broker for over 20 years. That means I've helped countless buyers become homeowners. I have been a licensed mortgage broker and a few other licenses I've held that qualifies me to teach this class today. So I want you to get ready with your pens, your pencils, and even get ready to take some screenshots because this class has beautiful, wonderful, valuable nuggets that once you get them and implement them, you are sure to move from denied to approve. Now, I want to show you the 90-day approval game plan, which is here on my screen. And if you registered for our event today, you got this guide free, absolutely free. Now, this is the same game plan that I use with my clients to move them from denied to approve. So if you did not register and you want to be a part of what we're doing right now, go to platinumkeyevents.com, register so you can get your free homeownership game plan and you can be a part of the Zoom today and you can talk to me and ask me questions. Now, before we get into the technical side of all that we're doing, I want you to know it kicks off with your mindset. With your mindset. That is where it kicks off, with your mindset. How are you viewing yourself? If you are a part of our Mindset Equal Money Facebook group, if you're part of that Facebook group, you are going to hear this over and over. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I believe that however you think about yourself is exactly how things are going to be for you. However you think, however you feel about yourself is exactly how things are going to be. So before we get into the technical bits of moving from deny to approve, I have to help you handle your mindset. I have to help you handle how are you thinking about yourself? How are you thinking about your money? How are you thinking about your journey from not owning a home to owning a home? So in my first slide, it says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. That is it. That is in Proverbs 21:5. What that means is you have to believe in yourself first. You have to believe that whatever you're doing right now is going to work. You have to believe that you deserve to be a homeowner. You have to believe that no matter what setbacks you are facing concerning home ownership, that today you can turn that around. That right now you can get a game plan that is going to change that outcome and cause you to become a homeowner. So if you have the right belief, the right mindset, plus the correct plan, that's how you get your breakthrough. So breakthrough don't just fall from the sky. They don't just happen. They come about when you believe and you put that belief into action. So how you put that belief into action is by having a game plan, is by having a plan so that you can get that breakthrough. So this is not only about getting approved for a mortgage, it's also about changing your family dynamic. I am telling you, if you never owned a home before and you have a family, you have children, it changes their dynamic. It changes their story. It changes how they feel. Because when you have a family and children growing up in a home that belongs to them, they can go back and say, we used to have Thanksgiving over there. When I was yay high, I did this over there. You have to see how owning a home is something that is very beneficial to you and your family. Not only that, owning a home gives you another level of your plan towards financial freedom. It's another step, it's another nugget in your plan towards financial freedom. Now, as we get into the slides today, I want you to remember why you are here. Why you are here. You are here because maybe you've been denied before and you don't want to waste time again. You don't want to figure it out on your own, wondering, okay, I've been denied. Let me try this. Let me try that. You want to just like, all right, this is the plan and this is what I have to do. So let me get right into it. Your credit score isn't where it is supposed to be. Your credit score isn't where it's supposed to be. How about your income is real, but lenders don't see it that way? You're unsure of how to find down payment help. You have no idea where to go and find the money to buy that home you always wanted. How about you want a clear, proven plan to get the keys? You need a plan, a roadmap to get the keys to get you into your property, to get you into your home. Today, what I promised to cover is the 4 pillars. Number one, the 4 pillars of turning a denial into an approval. I'm going to get into the nuggets of exactly what you need to do to be approved for your mortgage. I'm going to talk about how to start your 90-day comeback, how to put into action everything that we will learn in the 4 pillars into your 90-day comeback plan. And then I'm going to show you where exactly to find the money for your down payment. Then we're going to get into how to get lender ready without being overwhelmed. So if you're ready, I want you to type in the chat, I am ready. If you're ready, I want you to type in the chat, I am ready. If you are ready, I want you to type in the chat, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Okay, I am ready. That's how I want you to type in the chat and let me know that you are ready. Before we get into the full presentation, I just want to check real quick to see how our streaming is going, how everything is going now, and how we are doing. All right, so I see that I'm checking what's happening. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let me see if everybody in the chat is okay. If you have a question or a comment, I want you to feel free to just go ahead and respond in the chat. Respond in the chat, okay? I want you to respond in the chat. So as we continue and you have a question, let me stop sharing my slides for a minute and take care of you guys on the webinar. If you are watching and you have a question, if you're on the Zoom with me and you have a question, I want you to go ahead and feel free to comment in the chat, okay? I want you to go ahead and comment in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute or so and open up the chat so that you guys will have a space to comment. You all will have a space to comment. So let me go ahead and set that up real quick before we continue with our slides. Okay, so you are in the 90-day homeownership comeback. We are teaching you how to move from denied to approved with a 90-day plan. In 90 days, we are going to help you to move from denied to approved. Okay, so our chat is up and it's live. So let's go ahead and get back to our slides. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're talking about the 4 pillars of approval, the 4 pillars of approval. And the 4 pillars are credit coaching, which fixes errors, boosts scores, and position your profile. We're talking about income structuring, which make your income lender friendly. We're talking about document preview and prep. We're talking about down payment assistance. So these are the 4 pillars of approval. So if you're going for a pre-qualification for a mortgage, you want to make sure that your credit is okay, your income is structured well, all your documents are properly organized and you have them together. And then if you have no money, somebody says, show me the money. Say, show me the money. If you have no money, you definitely need to know where to go and find the money. Where to go and find the money. All right, guys, I'm just multitasking a little bit here. I am multitasking a little bit here, just trying to make sure that everyone on the webinar is doing well. Everyone on the webinar is doing well. Well. I'm saying hi to everybody that is watching us live on social. Hello, everybody. If you want to get into today's session, make sure that you registered at platinumkeyevents.com. Make sure you registered at platinumkeyevents.com. And not only register, make sure that you tell a friend or two, because we're breaking down how to get pre-approved for a mortgage. So if you are wanting to buy your first home, you have to know how to do it. You have to know how to get the things together. So this is a 1-hour free training on how to get it done, how to move from denied to approved. If you ever applied for a mortgage loan and for whatever reason you were denied, this class is for you, because I'm going to break down the 4 pillars, what it takes to get you approved for a mortgage in 90 days or less, what it takes for you to get approved for a mortgage in 90 days or less. Okay? So we're going to get into our how-to. We're getting ready to get into our how-to. So if you are wanting to register, go to platinumkeyevents.com. You'll be able to be in the webinar. You'll be able to ask questions, and you will get a copy of our 90-day approval game plan. This is the game plan that I use with my very own clients when I'm getting them pre-approved for a home mortgage. Okay? So number 1, your mindset. How are you thinking about credit? How do you think about credit? Credit isn't personal. It's a scorecard lenders use to predict risk. If you understand the rules of the game, you can play to win no matter where you're starting from. If you understand the rules of the game, you can play to win, because it doesn't matter where you start from, because you know the rules. I've told you guys, it's about twice in my life my own credit has gone down to the mid 400s. I call it storms of life. And because I had a game plan, I know the blueprint, I have been able to pull my credit out of that pitfall, out of that horrible place. Sometimes you have to go through the test to have a testimony. That is why I know exactly how to help somebody watching me today, someone listening to me today, to get your credit together so you can qualify for a mortgage. Now, your credit score is built on 5 main factors, each contributing a different weight to your overall score. Now, understanding the components is key to optimizing your financial profile for mortgage approval. Now, I want you to look at this slide very carefully. Look at the bottom. It says payment history. These are the 5 things that make up your credit score. Payment history, credit utilization, length of history, new credit, and credit mix, right? If you focus on these areas, you will be able to improve your credit score and become lender ready. Somebody drop lender ready in the comments, in the chat. Okay? Drop. This is an interactive webinar. I'm not just talking to myself. I know you guys on the webinar are not on video, but I need you to comment so I know you can hear me. Say lender ready. I want to be lender ready. So pillar number one in the area of credit is, before optimizing your credit, you must stop the bleeding by addressing negative items. This is your credit first aid. Now, let me tell you, I have had clients who have come to me, and whatever we're trying to do, we have to work through the credit first. And guys, there is no shame, and I'm not judging anybody, because sometimes maybe this describes me. They don't even want to look at their credit report. They don't even want to call anybody. It's just the anxiety of the whole thing. They don't want to deal with it. But if you don't address it, you can't stop the bleeding. Hello? If you don't address it, you can't stop the bleeding. So the first thing you have to do is begin to dispute errors. 79% of credit reports have mistakes. You got to pull all three. I'll get into how you do that. Look at the balances. Are they correct? Look at the old accounts. Are they duplicates? And you have to begin to dispute those things. How about collections? You never pay without negotiating. Make sure you use a pay for delete strategy to remove the collection from your report, preventing negative impact on your credit. So you got to handle the collections. How about late payments? Oops, I paid my car note late. Oops, I paid this credit card late. What are you gonna do? Call the lender, call them. Hey, I've never been late before, and whatever reason I was late this time. I'm wondering if you have a courtesy, a goodwill adjustment from me, that this one time you can pardon me, excuse me, and just delete that late payment. Did you know you can call the lender and ask this? Every point you gain here is like money in the bank when it comes to a mortgage approval. Now, step two is to build a positive credit history, right? Now, when you have past issues, it's critical to actively add positive data to your report. This tells the lender, I am responsible. I have responsible financial behaviors. They want to know that you are responsible. So let me put this slide here so you can take a screenshot. This is my first major hack. Major hack. So go ahead and take a screenshot. It says, become an authorized user. Become an authorized user. So this is the play. If you have a friend, a family member that has a credit card with a high limit, listen now, high limit, they have a low balance and an excellent credit history, you can ask them to be an authorized user on that account. It will show up on your credit report. And when you get the card, you can give the card back to them. You don't need to use the account at all. You're just piggybacking off that good credit history. How about a secured credit card? One of those times when my score went down to like 4 something, I think it was 500, somewhere in there. I got a secured credit card. I started off with Navy Federal $500 secured credit card. So you can get a secured credit card. All right. Then there's also some credit builder loan programs that will help you to establish credit, make payments like a savings account. So these are good ways for you to quickly get positive credit history. Okay. So our next point is we have to learn how to maximize our points. We got to learn how to maximize those points. So here we go. Utilization hack. Utilization hack. All right. Utilization hack. How do you get points? Because of utilization. Okay. Now here is the play. You got to keep your credit balances under 30% of your limit. And then for the best results, you want to aim for 10% or less to significantly boost your score. All right, this is what it looks like. You have a credit card for $1,000. You want to make sure that you never carry a balance of more than $300. And if you want to be nice, if you want to be in the top tier, don't carry a balance more than $100. That doesn't mean you can't use the card, but you have to know when this card is going to report to your credit report and make sure you pay it off or down before it reports. Okay? Then this is number 2. Don't close old accounts. The age of your credit matters. So don't close old accounts. You know, you may have an account that's there on your report, and for whatever reason, you just think, I don't need this, and you begin to delete stuff. Remember, this is something that is tracking data. So they need something to track to see over the last 10 years what you have been doing. So don't close old accounts and don't delete them off your credit report. Now, the next one is timing payments. Paying down your credit cards before the statement date. This goes right in hand with the utilization hack. This ensures lower balances are reported to the bureaus, giving you a positive utilization score. Now, what did I say? Your cards shouldn't be more than 30% showing on your credit, but if you want it to be exceptional, you want to keep it below 10%. 10%. My recommended number is 10% or less. Now you have to manage hard inquiries. You have to learn how to manage hard inquiries. So when you go about running your credit, all right, you have to be careful where and how you're running your credit. It says space out credit applications to avoid unnecessary credit pulls. Okay, so you have to space it out. So I'll put the slide here again on my screen so you can take a screenshot. And if you're taking notes, this is a good slide for you to take some notes. Okay. Now here are some quick wins. Quick wins. We're still in pillar 1. It says get all 3 reports. To get all 3 reports, go to annualcreditreport.com and get a tri-merge account. Then it says identify and dispute errors. Okay? And then lower your utilization. Now, guys, if you do this, I guarantee you, you'll have a good boost in your credit score. Definitely. You'll have a good boost in your credit score. Now, I want to talk to you about our masterclass. We have a masterclass coming up tomorrow, September 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, and 21. We have our home ownership masterclass. I don't even call it a masterclass. I call it a boot camp. It's going to be a boot camp because for 5 days, you're going to have me as Coach Nikki, and I'm going to coach you on the 4 pillars. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about income. We're going to talk about all the things we're talking about today, but you're going to have a chance to interact, and we're going to go much deeper because we'll have a whole session to cover each pillar for that day. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. I'm going to share more about how you can access the boot camp. Now we're getting into pillar 2, and pillar 2 is about your income. It's about structuring your income. Now, lenders prioritize consistency and clear documentation when assessing your financial readiness for a mortgage. They need to see evidence that your income is reliable and sustainable over time, right? It's not just about income, it's about verifiable and stable income. Now, listen to this. At least 2 years of steady work or business income. You got to have at least 2 years. You got to be able to show 2 years of steady work or business income. This demonstrates consistent earnings history. Okay? You can't have any gaps. You can't show any gaps. So in the boot camp, we're going to help you to structure all of these things so you can understand very well. Your documents have to be aligned to ensure that your tax returns, your pay stubs, bank statements, everything is consistent and it reflects your reported income. Now check out this. Check this out. It says, consider a hairstylist making $50,000 in cash deposits. They might be denied while someone is making 40,000 K with a clear W-2 gets approved. It's about how well your income is documented, not just the amount. All right, so let me check in with everyone here in the webinar. How is everyone doing? Remember, if you have a question or a concern, you want to go ahead and drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Okay? So we are in our webinar from denied to approve your 90-day homeownership comeback. I am your coach, Coach Nikki. I've been doing real estate for over 20 years, helping buyers get approved. And we are going through the 4 pillars, the 4 pillars that it takes to get approved. So we started with credit. Now we are in income. And I want you to understand the different types of income. So first we have the W-2 income. This W-2 income is the most common. All right, let me plug this in. It's telling me it needs some juice. There you go. Is the W-2 income when you get steady paychecks and you get your W-2 at the end of the year. That is the most consistent and easiest form of income. Then you have the self-employed or the 1099 income, where you're going to need 2 years of complete tax returns, personal and business, a detailed profit and loss statement, and you're going to need bank statements, right? Did you get that? If you're self-employed or you work as a 1099, you get a 1099 at the end of the year, You need 2 years, complete tax returns, personal and business, a profit and loss statement, and you need your business bank statements. Then how about if you receive child support, disability, or bonuses, right? You got to have the legal documentation showing the history and the contribution and the continuation. Example, court orders for child support, award letters for disability, and 2 years of consistent bonus history. So if you get a bonus and you want your bonus to be counted as a part of your income, you got to have a 2 year history, of it. So it says here, informal cash payments with no verifiable paper trail or income sources that are not guaranteed to continue for at least 3 years. Okay? So you got to make sure that when you're using that disability, when you're using that child support, it's going to continue for at least 3 years. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the power of proper business structure. So for all our entrepreneurs, all our gig workers, all our 1099 workers, if you're self-employed, I want you to listen to me right now. If you're self-employed or plan to use your business income to qualify for a mortgage, how your business is set up can make or break your approval. The right LLC structure is the foundation lenders are looking for. Okay? So listen, if you're going to be approved, you need to have clean books and the right structure. 2 business owners make the same money. One gets approved, the other gets denied. The one that gets approved is because they have clean books and the right business structure. The one that gets denied has messy finances and mixed expenses. The other gets denied due to how things are messy. They're mixing their personal and their business expenses all together. So it made it very messy. The lenders can't see a clear picture of what is your personal and what is your business. Everything is mixed together. So if you want help creating your LLC, we have a beautiful bundle, an exceptional bundle, a beneficial bundle where we have our ebook that will help you not only to structure your LLC the right way, but in structuring it the way that we lay it out, you will have a better chance of getting financing when you present that LLC, when you present that business. So if you want to learn more about that product, go to setup.platinumkeydigital.com. So not only it includes the ebook, it also includes the tutorial video, and it's only for $47. It's a very, very well packaged ebook, and the course is there, the tutorial is there that shows you exactly how to set up your LLC the correct way. So not only when you're presenting it, it looks very professional. You can definitely use it to get approved for your home mortgage. But better yet, if you're looking for business funding, this is the way you set up your LLC so that you can get funding. Okay? And it's only $47. Go to bizsetup.platinumkeydigital.com. So we continue. It says, don't deduct your income. Don't deduct yourself out of your home. What are you talking about? Many self-employed individuals and entrepreneurs maximize deductions to save on taxes, while smart or tax purposes, This drastically lowers your reported taxable income, making you appear broke on paper to lenders. So what exactly am I talking about? If you are able to take deductions, especially if you're self-employed or you have a 1099 income, and you can expense out your income, if you over expense out your income and then the bottom line on your tax return shows, for example, you earn 50K, you expense so much out of it that you're only showing that you made $18,000. So you want to be taxed on $18,000. Can $18,000 qualify for a home loan? Probably not. Probably not the home that you want to buy. So I'm cautioning you, do not deduct yourself out of a home. If you want to buy a home in the next 6 to 12 months, limit your deductions and keep clear business records. What you write off today directly impacts what you qualify for tomorrow. Okay? Understand that every dollar deducted reduces your qualifying income. Balance tax savings with your homeownership goals. So if you keep on deducting on your tax return, it's reducing the amount of house that you can buy. So it says your quick tip is to open a separate bank account today and funnel all business income through that account. This creates a clean, verifiable documentation lenders love. Now we're going to talk about seasoning your money and the rule of stability. Lenders don't like sudden, unexplained cash deposits. It looks suspicious. They want to see a clear, consistent history of your funds. So money needs to sit in your account for at least 60 to 90 days before you apply for a mortgage. So if you have large deposits, right? If you have some kind of deposit coming in, you want to make that deposit sit for 60 to 90 days. This is called seasoning. All right? Then you want to avoid transfers. Don't move large sums of money around during the time that you're trying to get pre-approved. Don't do it. It's going to create a red flag. And make sure you keep down payment funds in one designated account with all transactions clearly documented. Okay? These are powerful nuggets, guys. Lenders want to see where the money came from and how long it's been there. Think of it like proving a stable home for your dollars. Okay? Now we're talking about your paper trail. Every dollar you claim must be traceable. Lenders need to see a clear, verifiable history of your funds to consistently assess your financial stability. So, look at your pay stubs. Do you have your pay stubs together? Where's your W-2? Where's your 1099? Where's your 2 years tax returns? Do you have business license? If you're a realtor and you're saying, okay, I'm a realtor, I need to show my license. Do you have court orders or award letters that you need to have to show that this is my income needs to be in place for at least 3 years? Okay? 3 years. So if you got the award letter and you want to use it as a part of your income, you have to show for the next 3 years, I'm still going to be getting this money. Here's your pro tip. Make sure you create a binder, whether it is digital whether it is physical, and make sure it's labeled correctly in all your documents. I'll talk to you now about debt to income. All right. How is everyone doing in the chat? All right. I'm checking on you guys. Everybody's tracking. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We're talking about debt to income. Debt to income, the ratios, debt to income, even the robust income, even with robust income, excessive debt can be a significant barrier to mortgage approval. Lenders use debt to income ratios to assess your capacity to manage new debt. We call that DTI, your debt to income ratio. Now, includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. PITI should generally be 28 to 31% or less of your gross monthly income. So if you want to check how much house you can afford, you want to make sure that you are looking at your gross income. That's before they start taking taxes out. And you want to calculate 28 to 31% of that gross monthly amount to figure out what mortgage payment you can afford. Now, your total monthly debt payments, including the new mortgage payment, should typically not exceed monthly income. Okay? So depending on where you fall here, 28 to 31%, it is a part of this 43 to 45%. It includes it. So they'll take what is the potential mortgage payment plus your debts on your credit report, your credit card monthly payments, your car note monthly payments, all those things they're going to take into consideration to see if you can qualify. And everything combined should not be more than 45%. Now, there are special loan programs that will bring that 45% all the way up to 55%. I've seen those. But if you're going to qualify for something like that, they normally have the fees in the rate. Okay? So this is the tip here. It says paying off a single credit card or reducing your student loan payments can significantly improve your debt to income ratio, directly boosting your approval odds. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. So paying off a single credit card or reducing your student loan programs can help you in a long way. These are just the first steps inside the Homeownership Masterclass. I'll show you exactly how to prepare and present your income so lender says yes. All right, guys. So I'll tell you more about the masterclass as we continue in today's training. I'll tell you at the end. So try to stay with me. A lot of this information is very deep, I know, but make sure you are taking notes. Make sure that you are taking screenshots, and that if you have a question, it's a good opportunity to drop your question in the comments. Either myself or someone from the team will be able to answer you. So pillar 3, document preview and prep. Why every detail matters. Why does every detail matters? You have perfect credit and solid income, but if your paperwork isn't clean and complete, lenders can't approve you. Missing one document can turn a yes into a no. I have seen this. There is a document that the buyer needs and they can't find it, they can't prove it, or there's inconsistencies and they get denied. And you know what? Sometimes in that denial, the seller or the builder keeps the deposit. So before you even move forward, please make sure you have your paperwork together. Think of it like packing for an international trip. If you forget your passport, are you getting on the plane? If you forget your passport, aren't they going to send you to go back home? Now, here are the 3 P's of flawless documentation. The 3 P's of flawless documentation. Prepared. All documents gathered well in advance. This avoids last minute scrambling. Precise. Information must match exactly across every single document. Even minor inconsistencies can raise red flags with underwriters and cause significant roadblocks. Right? Right? Present. Present your paperwork in a clean, clear, and well organized format. This makes the lender's job easier and builds their confidence in you and streamlines the approval process. So these are the 3 P's. All right. Now, this is an excellent slide to take a screenshot of. This is your core document checklist. You need your ID, driver's license, state license, passport. You need your social security card or a valid green card. Now, if you're a foreign national, it doesn't mean you can't buy a house. There's just another set of rules for you. Okay? You can contact me and I'll be happy to let you know what those rules are. Now, for your income, your W-2. If you're a W-2 employee, 30-day pay stubs, 2-year W-2s, 2-year tax return. If you're self-employed or you have a 1099, you want to make sure you have 2 years of full tax returns, your year-to-date profit and loss statement, your business license, if applicable, and 3 to 6 months of business bank statements. Okay? Then it says if you have some assets, you want to make sure you have a 60-day statement for it. How about a CD or something like that? How about investment accounts, right? Retirement accounts. You got to make sure you have at least a 2-month statement for those types of accounts. Now, you need statements for your credit cards, your auto loan, your student loans, because if what's on your credit report isn't the correct balance, you need to have your statements which shows what is what. Then if you have other incomes like the child support we spoke about, alimony, any kind of award letters from Social Security or disability, you got to have that award letter. Make sure that you have it and you have it filed in your digital or your paper file. The exact list will depend on your situation, but if you have these ready, you are about 90% better than someone that is just not prepared. Now, here are some mistakes that I want you to avoid because they kill the approvals. Mismatch information, inconsistencies like different addresses. Then they're going to say, okay, this has this address. What is this address? Where do you live? What exactly is going on? Inconsistency in addresses on pay stubs versus your bank statements. All right. How about varied spellings of your name across documents? Can can lead lenders to suspect that you want to commit fraud. Yes, I've seen that. I have seen that. How about untraceable cash deposits? You made some deposits in your account and you can't provide documentation that this is legit money. How about missing pages? You know, when you get your bank statements, you have some pages that are blank, but you feel that because it's blank, it doesn't matter. That's not true. That's not true. When you're sending in that bank statement, you want to make sure that all the pages, even the blank ones, are included. Now listen to this pro tip. Once you begin the mortgage process, avoid making any significant financial changes. This means do not quit your job. Please don't open any new credit lines and don't move large sums of money between accounts. Don't do those things. You are already setting up yourself for that denial. Now, how to organize everything like a pro. Now, I've been telling you to get a physical or a digital binder. If it's physical, you know that you're going to make copies of your documents and keep it in the folder. If you're making it online, like in Google Drive or Dropbox, you want to make sure that when you're putting the files in that folder, you're documenting them correctly. So I have some examples here where you put the year, what exactly it is, or if it's like a bank statement, you can say it's a bank statement and get the month and the year that it is for. That will help you to stay organized. Now, I want to talk to you just a little bit now about our Dominion Wealth Bundle. You have been hearing me cover the 4 pillars of getting an approval. We talked about credit. We talked about income structuring. Now we're talking about document prep. We still have the 4th pillar to cover, which is down payment assistance. How am I going to get this money to purchase this home because I don't have enough money? Now, the Dominion Wealth Bundle directly addresses those concerns. The bundle includes the ebook that covers a lot of the things we're talking about today in great detail. It's the Homeownership Comeback Plan. That is the ebook that I wrote that goes step by step detail, the 4 pillars that we spoke about today. Then included is my personal credit coaching book. I have a copy of it here. Let me find it for you. Here it is. Okay, here it is, guys. It's a copy of my credit coaching book, and it gets into how to restore your credit by yourself. It has all the letters, all the things that you need to know. You heard I say that when you are talking to lenders and you're disputing, you should do a pay for deletion letter. All those letters are in this book. All these types of letters are in this book, and it's ready for you. Now, what I love most about this bundle, on top of all those ebooks that you get the 5-day boot camp. So picture you have your ebook on everything we're talking about here today in super, super detailed form. You have your credit book so that you can know how to deal with your credit, what you got to do, how you got to do it. And then you come to the boot camp. So whatever you have in the ebooks, you can now practicalize it and put it into play. It's a 5-day boot camp. The next one we have starts September 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. And I will be there. It's 8:30 at night. Every night, if you miss a session, it will be recorded. So you will have access to watch it. But I'm going to go through the 4 pillars in detail. Then on day 5, I'm going to do a wrap up. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this bundle as we go through to the end. So make sure you stay tuned so you can learn how to get access to the bundle. Now, here are some quick wins. You have to review your bank statements. Pull at least the last 2, and you want to make sure that you are reviewing that bank statement, making sure there's no errors. Then you want to consolidate your income documents. Get your pay stubs together, your W-2s together, your tax returns together, and make sure they are organized in your physical or your digital folder. Then you want to make sure that the data is consistent. Your name is consistent. Your addresses is consistent. Your dates is consistent. Everything is consistent and matches across board. Now someone say, show me the money. I have my hand clap. Show me the money. I'm telling you, show me the money. This is the part I love, because if you're watching me today and you're wondering, okay, I can fix my credit, I can fix my income, I can get my documents together, but where am I going to find this money to buy this house? Nikki, are you selling me a dream? Are you selling me something that is not attainable? Are you selling me a dream? I am not selling you a dream. Remember what we said when we opened up. You have to believe and you have to have a plan. And when you put those 2 together, that's how you get your breakthrough. Breakthrough don't always drop from the sky. They don't just show up like that. First you believe, and then you do something. So if you are in this training, whether you are in the webinar or you are watching me on social media, I applaud you for taking the first step, because you believed and you took action to get a plan together so you can have your homeownership breakthrough. So now I'm talking about the money. Where is the money? Many people believe that homeownership is out of reach because they lack a large down payment. Guys, it doesn't even take a large down payment to buy a house. Not in today's society. Not in these days and time. Okay? People delay home ownership because they think they can't afford it. They think they can afford it, when in fact, there's over 2,000 down payment assistance program available in the United States. There are a lot of options available. Now, let's explore some of the down payment assistance. Now, grants. I want to break down for you what the different types are and whether you have to pay them back or not. So make sure you screenshot this slide or you write it down. Grants, money you don't have to pay back. So if you got a homeownership grant, that means you don't have to pay this money back. Example, a $5,000 first time home buyer grant. Okay? A $5,000 first time home buyer grant. That's a grant, so you don't have to pay it back. How about a forgivable loans? Loans that are forgivable. Here is the play. The loan that is forgivable is normally forgivable if you stay in the house for a set period of time. For example, 5 years. These are most times city-sponsored programs. Okay? Then you have deferred loans. These are down payment assistance types of funding. You have to know the difference. Deferred loans. Loans you repay only when you sell or refinance the home or at the end of the loan term. Okay? So these are state down payment assistance program. State down payment assistance program. Okay. So let's get into it now. Who qualifies for down payment assistance? What do you have to have? Who do you need to be to qualify for down payment assistance? The first one is a first-time home buyer. But listen to this. I want you to listen to the definition of a first-time home buyer because you may be surprised. Many programs target those who haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. You heard that? 3 years. Opening doors for new people in the market. Okay? So that means if you want to be considered a first-time home buyer, you just need not to have owned a home in the last 3 years. For example, if you bought a house 5 years ago and whatever happened, you don't have the house anymore. And for the last 3 years, you did not own this home at all. You are now considered a first-time home buyer. Now, to qualify, most of these programs have income-based limits. But I don't want you to shake in your boots because to qualify for these programs is not always what you think. It's not always what you think. They are income limits. Yes, they are. Now, also, to qualify, you can qualify for some programs based on what you do for a living. They call it community heroes. That means teachers, nurses, first responders, those types of people. Then you can qualify by your location. So you have location-based incentives. That means you qualify based off your zip code, but qualify based off your counties, qualify based on your geographical location. Now, don't assume you don't qualify. Many programs are designed to help working families and everyday buyers, not just low-income households. This is what I'm telling you. All right. So the 3 steps to down payment assistance. The 3 steps to discovering the type of assistance you qualify for. The first one is to research local and state program. Research local and state programs. Start your search with your state housing finance agency website. Don't forget to check the city, the county, the website for home buyer assistance or down payment assistance program specific to your area. Then check your employer. If you work for a large company, sometimes they have programs to assist you with buying a home. So check with your HR department. Then partner with someone who knows the landscape. Partner with a realtor, partner with a mortgage person, someone that can quickly identify or tell you about new programs that are available for you to purchase your home. So money is not an object. Money is not an object. This is exactly what I do for my clients. I pair them with the right down payment assistance program they can qualify for. Okay. Now we're still talking about down payment assistance. So many programs cover middle income families. So we cover that. Sometimes you feel like this is only for super, super low income people. It is not. It is not. Some people believe that down payment assistance will delay their closing. That is why we have the 90-day game plan. If you're going to get down payment assistance help, be on top of it. Start applying for it 60, 30 days before you even apply. Get all your things together so it does not affect your closing at all. Some people feel that it's too complicated. Well, if you have a team of professionals helping you, it's not going to be complicated because this is what they do all day, every day. This is what they do all day, every day. Now, this is the exact play. You're going to go to Google. You're going to put in down payment assistance. You're going to put your state. You're going to say Housing Finance Agency to uncover official state specific programs. You're going to put that into Google. Then once you get your search, pick 2 to 3 programs that you think your situation aligns with. All right? That's what you got to do. Then apart from that, you want to make sure on your own, you're trying to save a little money. Even if it's just putting away $10 in an account, start putting away money for your house. You're going to have out-of-pocket expenses, different things that down payment assistance may not cover, like your home inspection. So you got to have some money put aside. So start saving those types of things. Now, this is a little excerpt about our masterclass again, about our boot camp and the Dominion Wealth Bundle. I'm going to talk to you in detail about it at the end of today's presentation. Remember, the 5-day boot camp starts tomorrow. I'm excited. I am so excited to get my hands on somebody so I can move you from where you are right now to where you are supposed to be. So our boot camp starts tomorrow, September 17th at 8:30 p.m. If you're not able to join the live classes, it's fine. It is going to be recorded. All right. Now here is the nuggets. If you are in Florida and if you are a hometown hero, you can get up to $35,000 to cover your down payment and your closing cost. Okay? You got to be a first-time home buyer. You got to be a first-time home buyer. Okay? It says 0 interest, no monthly payment, repaid when you sell, refinance, or you move out of the property. So that's the Florida Hometown Hero Program. Now, if you want a copy of all the different careers, all the different professions this program covers, you want to make sure you contact us. You can either drop it in the chat, you can DM me. If you're watching me on social media, you can just say, send it to me, and one of our team members will get to you and we'll be able to send you that document free of charge. Now, I want you to take note of these additional resources. The National Homebuyers Fund, okay, and the Chenoa Fund. The National Homebuyers Fund and the Chenoa Fund. You got to know these things. Make sure you're Googling it and make sure you are learning about the down payment assistance available. In the boot camp, I'm going to go deep with the down payment assistance. I'm going to get right into it and show you some things that you never knew existed. Okay, so make sure you are participating in the boot camp. Now, here's the 90-day comeback plan. This is what you got to do. In the first month, you got to do the preparation. The preparation has to do with your credit profile. All the things we talked about in this webinar, you want to go ahead and make sure you start implementing it. Then in month 2, you want to make sure your income is structured and all your documents are together. It's so important, guys, to be ready so that when you have to provide your documents, you're not now searching. You have to go to the court. You have to call your mother, sister, uncle, brother. You got to do all these things just to find one paper. Make sure all your things are together so that you can be ready to go. Then in month 3 is when now you're going to work on your down payment assistance. You're going to work on getting the mortgage application together, and you are going to submit that mortgage application. All right. So here are the key points. Your credit reports. Make sure you're getting the tri-merge from annualcreditreport.com. Make sure you're doing the hacks, especially the utilization hack to boost your credit score. This is the number one thing that I see. A $500 credit card can be maxed out, and you're not supposed to carry more than a $50 balance. So you believe that even though you're paying the minimum payment for that card, that it is well. It is not well, because you're tanking your score. Okay? If you're self-employed, make sure you are separating your personal expenses from your business expenses. And if you don't have an LLC, go get one. Go to biz setup.platinumkeydigital.com. All right? You can get help to set up your LLC correctly. Then it says document organization. Make sure, guys, you have all your documents together in one place. Okay? Then it breaks it down. Add positive credit. If you got to hop on somebody's card to make sure you're getting some of that good credit, I spoke about being an authorized user at the top of this presentation. If you need to get a secured credit card, go ahead and do that. Make sure you structure your income. Make sure your self-employment documents, all those things are clear and consistent. And then you start researching your down payment assistance program. Pick 2 to 3 and make sure that you understand them and that whatever is going on with you aligns with the program, so you're not wasting your time. Okay? Then as we wind down to the last 90 days, you can have a lender look over your documents, look over what you have, and tell you if you have everything in place. If everything is in place and everything looks good, they'll be able to tell you in advance. Okay? You definitely want to make sure by this point, the last 30 days in your plan, you have your down payment assistant approval. At least you know where you're heading to. Then anything you need to touch up on your credit, this is the time to do it. Then you can go ahead, boom, guaranteed, bada boom, bada boom. You will get your mortgage approval. Now let's get into the boot camp. Boot camp, boot camp, boot camp, boot camp. We have boot camp coming up September 17th at 8:30 p.m. where I am going to be your coach, Agent Nikki. I will be your coach. Day 1, we're going to fix and boost your credits. We're going to learn the exact strategies and use proven dispute letters to optimize your credit profile. So I already have my swipe file for you with all my letters that I'm going to give to you. And we are going to go through what it takes to get that credit together and get it in shape. In day 2, I am going to talk about structuring your income. So if you have questions about that, if you have anything you don't want to talk to the live about, this is the place to be, that you can share it, and I'll be able to help you to find a strategy to overcome whatever is hindering you in structuring your income. All right? Then I'm going to help you to identify if you have a document that you don't have, and I know you're going to need this document. This is where I'm going to help you to identify the document that you need to have in that binder. Then I love this part. Show me the money. I'm going to show you the money, honey. If you come to this boot camp, I'm going to help you to find the down payment assistance program you can qualify for. I'm going to pair you with the correct down payment assistance so you can get ready to buy your house. Then on day 5, we're going to put it all together. All together. If there's anything that we missed, we're going to cover it in day 5. And at the end of that session, you should have a clear plan as how to move forward to get your mortgage approval. Now, remember, this coaching program, this boot camp is a part of the Dominion Wealth Bundle. In the bundle, you get the 5-day boot camp, you get the 2 ebooks, the credit ebook and the home plan ebook. Apart from that, the calls, the coaching is going to be recorded so that you can watch the replay. You're going to get all the letters that have to do with your credit. Everything that you need to do, work on your credit. I'm going to give you a whole stack of letters that you can just take it and it's plug and play. Then we're going to fill out your step-by-step 90-day plan. And then best of all, we have a special Facebook community for you. So you're going to go through the coaching, but if you have additional questions, you need more support, you get access to the private Facebook group where myself or one of the team members will be able to address your problem. We're also going to be dropping nuggets there, things that are new, things that came up. If we found out about a new grant, a new down payment assistance program, a new rule, we're going to drop it in that group. So you are going to get access to it when you buy the Dominion Wealth Bundle. Now, when you finish the boot camp and you can show me your 90-day plan, I am going to give you a certificate of readiness that tells any lender that, listen, I have all my ducks in a row and I am ready to go. So this is the Dominion Wealth Bundle. All this, the ebooks, the coaching, the Facebook group, the letters, the swipe files, all these things cost just under $3,000. And today, if you're watching me or you are participating, and I know you want access to that boot camp, let me tell you, this is an amazing opportunity. Amazing opportunity. I am going to go to the website. So if you want access to the Dominion Wealth bundle, where you're going to go, all right, let me just get right to it here. You're going to go to dominionbundle.com. Okay? dominionbundle.com. That's where you're going to go to get access to everything we spoke about. The Homeownership 90-day guide, right? The full book. It goes into detail everything we spoke in this webinar, play by play. You're going to get access to the credit blueprint. It's going to tell you in detail. You're going to have it written out how to do things with your credit. If you have issues with your name, if you have issues with accounts, if you have bankruptcies, if you have repossessions, what to do. It is all in the book. Not only that, you have all the letters you will use and the step-by-step play of what to do, what to send, how long to wait, what to say. Everything is in that credit guide. All right. Then you have access to the 5-day boot camp, which starts tomorrow at 8:30. If you can't be there, they will be recorded. And don't forget, you will get access to the Facebook group. And the Facebook group is the ongoing support to make sure you move from denied to approve. Now, space is limited. This is the last opportunities to participate and purchase the Dominion Wealth Bundle. All right. So once you go to dominionbundle.com, let me go ahead and drop this in the chat for you guys. Once you go to dominionbundle.com, there it is, dominionbundle.com, you will be able to purchase the package. And this is the part that I love, the reveal. Ta-da-da! Guess what? The homeownership ebook, personal credit ebook, credit coaching, income structuring, document prep, review, the down payment assistant, priceless. Everything is only $79.97. What a bargain. What a bargain. I'm doing this because I believe in you. I believe in you. That if you believe in yourself and you have a plan, you can get the breakthrough. You can become a homeowner. Listen, I have seen people that they're stuck in a generation of renting. Their grandmother rented, their mom rented, and now they are a renter because that's all they know. They have no concept that they can become a homeowner. It's not even a thought. It didn't even occur. And today I'm telling you, you can get the exact game plan for under $80. Where are you going to find that? Where somebody's going to hold your hand and say, hey, this is what you got to do. Put this here, put that there, put this here, put that there. And by the end of 90 days, you should be able to go and qualify for your home mortgage. So for under $80, this is all you get today. Your homeownership ebook, personal credit ebook. The credit ebook is off the chain. I wrote it. I put it together. It has the letters. It has the how-tos. It has the play-by-play. Then not only do you have the ebooks that you keep forever and you keep going back over the information I taught you how to do your credit, you're going to have the coaching. This is the last time the coaching is going to be live. From this point on, it's going to be recorded. So it's going to be recorded. So you want to be in that live session. You want to make sure you are in the live session. Remember, it starts tomorrow, September 17th at 8:30 p.m. We're going to talk about income structuring, how to prep your documents. And moi, is going to help you to find your down payment assistant program and pair you with the correct program if that's what you need. Now you go to dominionbundle.com to be able to get this system. The system is plug and play immediately. As you get your system and secure your seat, you are going to get the ebooks. You're going to get your swipe files. And then you see me in class tomorrow and you join the Facebook group and we are going to get going. All right, guys, we're going to round up today because let me see. We are over an hour because I just had to get you all the information. If you don't know me, I am Coach Nikki, real estate broker for over 20 years. And we love to do this work. We love to help people become homeowners. It's a passion of mine. I own my own house at 20. And guess what? When I wanted to get approved, I got denied 5 times before I finally got approved. Now, how about if I had somebody to hold my hand, to show me how to do it? I wouldn't have to be stressed up, vexed up. So that's what I'm offering somebody today. I'm offering you my hand. Here's my hand. And I want to help you to become a homeowner. So go to dominionbundle.com. That is a small investment for you to get a game plan to become a homeowner in 2025. Now, here's our customer service contact information. You can contact us in the sales office if you want to talk to one of our licensed agents in Platinum Key Realty. You want to go to 407-260-2937. Our email address is there on the screen. And if you bought the Dominion Wealth Bundle and you need customer service support, you call our New Day Business Solution customer service hotline 229-416-2744. Now, before I check out today, I want to tell you what's coming up on Saturday, September 27th. Now, if you all have been watching me on social media, every single month, the last Saturday of every month, except I would say December and January, we shift the schedule because of the holidays, we have a free training. So now we have coined this monthly event, Money Moves Live. Where's my clap? Yay! So Money Move Lives is coming near you very, very soon. It is one room every strategy. So if you want to break the back of poverty, if you want to destroy lack and poverty in your generation and give yourself and your family a different outcome in life, Money Move Live is where you need to be. It's one room, every strategy to own property, launch business, and grow real estate investments. So we've already covered the owning the property section, which is the Dominion Wealth Bundle. We are going to talk about how to launch your business with AI in under 30 days. What? What? How to launch your business with AI in under 30 days. And then if you are interested in being a top-notch real estate investor, we are talking about buying multifamily property. So we created Legacy Investment Club. Where's my legacy people? Where is my legacy people? We have already started this club, Legacy Investment Clubs, where we are working towards buying multifamily business. So if you're interested in owning a home, you missed this and you want to catch a replay, if you want to learn how to launch your business with AI in under 30 days, or if you are interested in investing in multifamily properties, even if you have no money, even if your credit sucks, this Money Move Live event is for you. So make sure you go to moneymoves.live, 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 and save your seat Saturday 27th at 6 p.m. on Zoom with me, Miss Nikki. Money Moves Live is the place to be. One room, every strategy to get you financially free. Now, guys, I'm going to end now. Time is running out. We don't have time. Boot camp is tomorrow. And I'm ready. Coach Nikki is ready. Boot camp is tomorrow. It's from the 17th to the 21st. And I'm going to help somebody. I'm going to hold your hands and move you from denied to approved, help you to get qualified for your mortgage. So I want to thank everybody for joining today. I want to thank everybody for watching me live on social. Thank you so very much for spending some time with me. Make sure you go to dominionbundle.com so you can get access to our boot camp and you can meet me, Coach Nikki, and I would be so glad to help you to get going, get approved for your mortgage, and become a homeowner in 2025. It's something I've been doing for a long time, and I am so happy that my team has been able to package all of my knowledge and how I've been helping people over the years, over 20 years, become homeowners into this system that I can help more people become homeowners and financially free. So that's it for me today. Thank you again, and see you on my next class.